It is sound off time now. Every day here on Live at 3, we tackle one of the day's big issues with our colleague from News Radio 620 WTMJ, Jeff Wagner. And we're going to do this despite my objection that it's too hot to talk politics.
Okay.
Wisconsin Democrats set to take back the one-seat majority in the Senate. This happened after Van Wanggaard lost the recall election in Racine. Democrats probably won't pass any legislation before the November elections when power could shift once again. But we wanted to know, should the legislature meet in special session to consider new legislation? Because they don't meet until January.
Right. I mean,
so really it could flip again in November before
right,
anybody
and I think
gets
a lot
together.
of people think it will. Actually, and also they're out of session. So pretty good, pretty sweet gig if you can get it. What are we talking about? Mid-July here? You don't really have to go back to work till after the first of the year. Still collect your paycheck. A lot of people would like that. But now, at least until November, you've got a split. Democrats, by one vote, control the state Senate. Republicans overwhelmingly control the state Assembly. The governor is, of course, a Republican. So the chances of anything getting done probably slim to none. But there are things in the state that I think a lot of us would like to see happen. Let's start with Bobby in Watertown.
Yes, they shouldn't be in special session so the Democrats can undo what the Republicans have been doing the last couple years. Maybe we can get some justice and some sane things going on here in Wisconsin so it's not such a rigmarole with the Republicans just really just messed everything up. Poor teachers, poor public workers.
Well, the Senate alone can't do anything to affect that.
Exactly. So, I mean, what you're looking at is gridlock regardless. Now, the one exception to this would be if the parties could come together and agree, for example, the thing that gets talked about a lot is the mining bill that was narrowly defeated in the state Senate last time. If Democratic senators would come in and say, hey, there's some now votes here, we've changed our minds, maybe you would see a special session for one or two particular things. Here's Danny in Bayview.
No, they should not have an emergency session. There's nothing going on. They should have the regular session in January like always. Even though there's going to be another election in November, it has nothing to do with the situation at hand.
And of course, that's what, I mean, a lot of people are looking at. There's, because of redistricting, I think a lot of people believe that even though now it's a 17-16 Democratic majority, what you're going to see is very likely that the Republicans will have a majority after the November elections, again, because of who's running for office and, you know, how the districts are comprised. So even if you did something now, chances are by January it would be undone to the extent that there was a will to do something. Here's John in New Berlin.
Yes, they should meet. The legislation should meet because they're getting paid. They should meet.
Well, of course, he raises an interesting point. Maybe we could go to our bosses and say, hey, you know, we don't want to be on the air until January, but keep the paychecks coming in?
That would work.
It would work. Yeah, right.
You are treading in some deep water
from our
over
perspective.
there.
Yeah, from your, I was going to say, who are you reporting to here, pal? Here's Mike in Milwaukee.
No to a special session. No. Thank you. Goodbye.
Okay, Mike.
So we're going to put that down as a no.
He's a no.
The bottom line is I don't think you're going to see too much activity. Again, the exception would be if there was one specific thing that the parties could agree on. Mining would be the most likely, but I don't think anybody thinks that's going to happen. So my guess is we'll see the legislature next in January.
All right, Jeff, thanks. Let's talk heat now.
It's too hot for politics.
Yes.
Storm Team forecaster Brian Goddard.